I don't know how long we're gonna allow this to happen in our country. We outnumber them by so much. They're wearing masks. We don't know if they're actually cops. They're just taking people off the streets. They have no identification, no badges, no badge numbers. They won't answer questions when you ask them. Their badge might say police, but so are the clothes that people are using to sexually assault women all over the country that our media is not fucking reporting. People are just dressing up as ICE agents or just with an ICE card going around and scaring people in motels and wherever they are and taking them somewhere and assaulting them. How long is this going to fucking go on before we say no more? No more. Fuck. This is California. This is right by Ben Mycelis's house. They try to break into a barbershop. And there's people all around saying, the officer's saying, we're going to go after your mom. We're going to go after your dad if you don't let us in. We're going after your parents. And people are like, you can't fucking say that. They're like, yeah, we can. This is how we do this shit. Back up, back the fuck up. This is untenable. We cannot allow this to continue to happening. We cannot allow it. This is in our control. We the people. This is our country. ICE and the white supremacist militias that are working for ICE do not represent us. Fuck them. And then this is at the National Mall. Just dragging this guy down needlessly. No badges, no names, no identification. We don't know who the fuck they are. They're just taking our citizens. Jennifer getting good trouble on Twitter said, seriously, fuck these racist fascists. On the National Mall, thugs with no badges, no warrants, and no shame dragged a man down and left him screaming for help. This is needless fascism in plain sight, state violence in the shadow of the Capitol. We need a way to stop this. I agree. Jennifer getting good trouble. Coming back from work. Another father during drop-off hour at an elementary school, because these are the places they're targeting, elementary schools. Places where you sell food, restaurants, bars, barber shops. They're targeting all of these places, but especially elementary school drop-offs for some reason. This is where they're going. So this is where they're snatching parents up, and other children have to see this. The school guards were trying to move the kids around. They're all asking questions. Why are they wearing masks? Why are you letting them take? It's fucking ridiculous. How long? I'm going to repeat it. How long will we continue to allow this to happen in our country?
Neighbors watch and record as ICE and ATF agents take a man in a construction safety vest into custody. It happened Wednesday, 2 blocks from Parkdale Elementary School in Encinitas during morning drop-off.
The crossing guard that stands here was told to divert children around this melee that was happening.
Jessie Kahn says she was on her way to work when she stopped to see what was going on.
This was happening to a family was just devastating.
ICE says the undocumented man from Guatemala has a deportation order from 2017. They also say his alleged spouse arrived to the scene with a young child. That's when Kahn says she stepped in.
I took her child so that she could be the best wife and parent that she could be at that time.
The superintendent of the Encinitas Union School District alerted families and staff about the immigration enforcement incident. The letter says a parent of an EUSD student was detained while driving to work, causing fear and trauma across the district. Former Encinitas Mayor and State Senator Catherine Blakespeare is condemning the arrest.
It just should not be happening. It's so cruel and inhumane. Having people detained right as they're dropping off or around a school like that, what it tells me is that they're really hunting these people.
Community members, even from outside Encinitas, are also mobilizing to demand change.
Good.
It's traumatic enough as it is for the people. It's triply so on a child watching it happen to their parents, wondering what's going to happen to them.
And inside council chambers, calls to leadership growing loud, urging them to act.
The students are with the teachers most of the day. And everyone needs to be trained with Know Your Rights.
I really think that it's my responsibility to have the voice that a lot of my families they don't have. Please help us.
And then an agent, this is near Montebello, California, and they just pointed at the guy and said, he's a Mexican, fucking get him. They locked him, he's a U.S. citizen. Locked him up for a fucking week away from his family, a U.S. citizen.
As long as you look Mexican, they won't come up to you and they just take you up.
That's Javier Ramirez, convinced he was racially profiled by immigration agents on June 12th in Montebello.
He reported his arrest outside his tow shop. He says agents came in but never showed him a warrant.
One of them literally just tells him, hey, just get him, he's Mexican.
We showed you video taken by his family trying to convince mass agents to let him go. And how scared they say they were as he was driven away in an unmarked car. 22 hours later, they found out he was taken into federal custody after hiring an attorney. 4 days after that, we showed you sketches from his first federal court hearing that we covered back on June 16th.
I'm pretty much traumatized from everything.
This was a federal complaint charging Ramirez with resisting arrest, attempting to run toward an officer, and also biting one agent on the thigh. He denies he did any of that.
As soon as I seen him, the first thing I do is fold my hands. Like, hey, I'm not a threat to you.
Off camera, Ramirez showed me surveillance video. In it, I watched the moment Ramirez walked toward agents and had his hands raised. His attorneys do not want to release that video publicly yet, pending potential litigation. But he explains and shows us exactly how he says it happened.
Here's where I literally seen him. I'm like, oh wow, what's going on? Who are these people? And all of a sudden it was like, hey, ¿dónde vas? I'm like, oh, no me voy para afuera. I'm going outside. And all of a sudden like, wait, no te hagas pendejo. I'm like, wait, but literally it happened so fast. I was with my adrenaline. I'm like, what's going on? All of a sudden, the other guy just told himself, I'm like, hey, just get him. He's Mexican.
We're waiting to hear back from the Department of Homeland Security about those specific allegations. But on X in July, here's what they posted, saying any claims that individuals have been targeted by law enforcement because of the skin color are disgusting and categorically false.
They said that they came looking for immigrants, and the only person that they got was a U.S. citizen.
How long, y'all? How long?